Oceania Cruises announced that it has set an all-time single-day booking record that surpassed the most recent record by nearly 60%. While the most recent record was for a full season of sailings across 6 ships, this particular record was driven by the introduction of one new ship with itineraries of primarily one half of a year. According to a press release released by Oceania, as the new Vista is slated to debut in April 2023. Voyages opened for sale on the 15th of September at 9 am in the morning Eastern Standard Time, and by 10:30 am the number of bookings had surpassed the company's most recent record, which was set way back in March 2021. On the 15th of September, Oceania Cruises opened the inaugural season of itineraries of its newest ship, Vista, for sale to the general public. A total of 18 voyages spanning from April 2023 through November 2023 went on sale. Itineraries ranged from 10 to 24 days in length, with fares from $5,299 per guest to up to $32,199 per guest. In addition to these, all of the bookings for 2023 are new cash bookings with absolutely no dilution from future cruise credits issued for cancelled cruises in 2020 or 2021. Virtually all of the top tier owners, Oceania and Vista Suites, along with the newly introduced Solo Concierge Veranda staterooms, are sold out for the inaugural season. Nearly half of the available inventory of Vista's inaugural season was sold in one day, with 30% of all bookings coming from new-to-brand guests. The most in-demand destinations were the British Isles and Canada, the Mediterranean, Holy Lands, and the Panama Canal. Atlas Ocean Voyages has officially made an announcement that it will proceed with the inaugural Antarctica season for its first all-inclusive luxury expedition ship, the World Navigator. Beginning from November 2021 through March 2022, the World Navigator will sail 9 and 12-night Antarctica expeditions, departing round-trip from Ushuaia, Argentina. The World Navigator guests will be able to witness penguins, seals, walruses, whales, and large seabirds, as well as gaze at the unspoiled landscape and towering icebergs. Atlas has also chartered its own private jets to bring guests directly to Ushuaia to embark on this ship. As a part of its all-inclusive, all-the-way commitment, Atlas' complimentary private charter jet service shortens the travel time it takes for guests to reach and return from Ushuaia and avoids overnights and extended layovers in an international airport. This can usually happen with commercial flights. As required by the Argentinian authorities, all guests and crew are vaccinated on Atlas Antarctica expeditions. Aboard World Navigator's Antarctica expeditions, guests can visit places such as Neko Harbor, Deception Islands, Caldera, and Brown Bluff at the northern tip of the peninsula. Guests on board the 28th November 2021 journey will be able to watch a rare Antarctic solar eclipse, which is scheduled on the 4th of December. The 2nd February 2022 departure features a crossing into the Antarctic Circle in pursuit of marine wildlife spotting. Guests will be able to enjoy being closer to the waterline to sight Antarctic marine wildlife from the World Navigator's Water's Edge lookout. The Empress from Cordelia Cruises has set sail from Mumbai on a 2-night round-trip voyage to Norway. The 1,607 passenger ship, operated by the new Indian startup, has finally started operations. Currently, the cruise line is sailing at full capacity with Indian residents only. Its crew, also Indian residents, are vaccinated, and so are the guests. In addition to this, everybody had to take PCR tests before coming on board. Cordelia Cruises was first set to start on the 7th of May 2021, but because of the serious coronavirus outbreak in India, the inaugural season was postponed. With an estimated 200,000 Indian guests which go abroad for cruising each year, creating a demand was not a challenge for Cordelia Cruises. India as a country has huge potential for cruising, given the fact that the cruise industry is growing at an approximate rate of 15% each year, and that India as a country has the third largest coastline in the world with 7,600 kilometers long. So by August 2022, the cruise line is planning to add another ship to its fleet, and by 2025, they should be having between 4 and 6 ships in total. That's their target as of today. Its first itineraries are around India, Sri Lanka, and Maldives. AIDA Cruises has announced that it has updated its health and safety policy for cruises in winter 2021 to 2022. The changes are related to onboard life and vaccination rules. So, this was an announcement which was made via social media. AIDA said that self-service in buffet restaurants is coming back, as well as extension of ships' wellness services and other changes. In addition, more individual shore excursions will become possible again. AIDA Cruises said that since they are still dependent on the administrative requirements in the respective destinations they visit, they request their guests to understand that they can't provide shore excursion information for specific voyages at this particular point. The company said that the guests with booked voyages will be sent information regarding their specific cruises. AIDA also announced that in the winter of 2021 to 2022, Caribbean and Asian cruises will only be available to fully vaccinated guests. Children under the age of 12, for whom no vaccine is available yet, therefore cannot sail on these particular voyages. Those who can prove that they have recovered from the coronavirus only need one vaccination dose to sail on these itineraries. For the cruises in the Mediterranean, Northern Europe and Canary Islands, all persons from the age of 12 must be fully vaccinated against coronavirus. However, children under the age of 12 can sail with a negative coronavirus test result. The regulations come into force on different dates depending on the ship. Carnival Cruise Line has dropped its plans to carry out COVID-19 testing at their terminals. The company shared this information via a letter which was sent out to guests by the cruise line's president, Christine Duffy. She mentioned in the letter that while the company had previously raised the possibility of more on-site testing at their terminals, the logistics of making this service widely available to a large number of guests did not make it a viable option. Previously, Carnival's website said that the cruise line was working to set up mobile testing sites at all their embarkation home ports to conduct a rapid test the day before or day of the departure. The need for the availability of this service was enhanced by the new CDC rules stating that as of the 13th of September, pre-cruise testing for vaccinated guests must be taken within 2 days prior to the sailing date. As the cruise line revealed its plans for at-terminal testing, it said that the service would be chargeable for a per-person fee which was to be established. The mobile labs were planned to be located either in or adjacent to Carnival's terminals or within walking distance. And with that, we conclude our latest cruise news updates for the 18th of September. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy watching my video, a subscribe to my channel and a thumbs up will really be appreciated. Until next time, you take care and stay safe.